Hey everybody, it's just me making another video. Now I try to record this video, but it paused right when I was talking. Don't know why it was doing that. I guess my webcam was loading, but it always loads real fast, but I don't know what the problem was. But anyhow, this is me redoing this video. This is gonna be another video requested by Jeff Hardy, But before I get to this video, I was supposed to do a video. I was gonna do a Night of Champions review, but I didn't do it because I was out last night. So I was out for a couple hours at the bar, so I wasn't able to watch Night of Champions. But from what I heard, Night of Champions wasn't really anything special. Some of the matches were okay, and then some of the matches were just not really that good. And then of course you had the big shocker, which was Big Show being Chris Jericho's partner, when everyone thought it might be the returning Chris Masters or the Miz or the other two guys that I predicted, but it was the Big Show. It'll be interesting to see what the WWE does with Big Show and Chris Jericho as a tag team. Really, I was hoping for Dolph Ziggler so they can help develop him and have Chris Jericho feed off of him, but that didn't happen. And then of course you had the triple threat matchup, which didn't live up to expectations from WrestleMania 24. And then of course you had Jeff Hardy becoming your new WWE champion. Really, it'd be interesting to see what the WWE does with Jeff Hardy becoming Jeff Hardy as WWE champion, as he really didn't sign an extension. So really he's going to be working a while until I guess he decides to sign a contract or whatever. So we don't really know the status of him yet. So be interesting to see what WWE does with this, seeing as he hasn't really renewed his contract and he's the WWE champion. So let's see what WWE does with this. So hopefully SummerSlam will be better than Night of Champions, because Shawn Michaels is expected to return from all the reports, and hopefully they improve over Night of Champions. But let's get to this video. This is my top 10, or a list of my top 10, my list of underrated wrestlers of all time, or I guess you could say my top 10 underrated wrestlers of all time. Like I said, requested by Jeff Hardy's Next WWE's Man. Really, this is just a list of 10 wrestlers who I feel are very underrated and really don't get as much recognition or really get talked about as much because of the big stars overshadowing them, or the stars now that are sort of overshadowing them, and most people are talking about them rather than these guys. So let's get started with this video. Moving over, starting at number 10, I got Tito Santana. For some of you who don't know who Tito Santana is, or some of you who are new to finding out about him, Tito Santana was like a Mexican wrestler who played football, I believe, before he came to the WWE. And of course he went to the WWE and he went through a bunch of tag teams, and then he had some great success as a singles wrestler. He was a Intercontinental Champion, a 2-time or 3-time Intercontinental Champion, and he had some feuds with Greg the Hammer Valentine, which should have propelled him to the WWE title scene. But really, he never really was pushed to the WWE title scene because WWE sort of just saw him as a guy who should be getting the new guys ready, or really talent enhancement, as he was a guy that was putting new guys who were coming in the WWE over. But in my opinion, this guy should have got at least a title run, or at least a really good run with the title, or at least got a shot at the WWE title. But he really never did, because in my opinion, he was over with the crowd. The crowd loved him. His merchandise sold. He had a really good Latino following, and then many other people of nationality really liked him. He was a very good worker, hard worker, can put on really good matches, loved putting people over, got some of the young guys ready, and he was sort of like a mentor, like a guy who was sort of mentoring guys in the back and getting them ready and showing them how to be successful in the wrestling business. Even when he was sort of doing his color commentary in '97, I guess he was working as a road agent, I believe, around that time, and he was helping guys out. So really, this is a very underrated guy who should have got a run with the title, and a guy who really doesn't get talked about as much, because really during that time in the 80s, most guys most people were talking about Steamboat, they were talking about Hulk Hogan, and they were talking about other guys of that nature, but they really weren't talking about Tito Santana. But in my opinion, this guy was very good in the ring, and he really should have got a better push than what he got in the WWE and got a run with the title. Number 9, I got Rick Martel, another wrestler who was very underutilized. He was a very good heel, knew how to generate heat based on his persona, as he was an arrogant character, as he came to the ring with perfume, and he told everybody how good looking he was, and he had the Hollywood looks and everything like that. He was a very good wrestler. He knew how to generate heat, can put on good matches, loved putting people over, could work with guys to get them ready. But really, he should have got at least an Intercontinental title run, even though he wasn't going to get a WWE title run. He should have got a run with the Intercontinental title and got pushed more than what he got in the WWE. But still, like I said, WWE was looking at other guys, and they weren't really looking at him. He was really considered talent enhancement at best, and they were really pushing guys like Mountie and Bret Hart, not to downgrade Bret Hart, but really he should have been with the other guys like Bret Hart, and should have got put a bigger push than what he got. Of course he did get a push when he was having a match when he had that big storyline at the time against Jake Roberts, but still he should have got more better than what he got in WWE, better than that storyline he should have got. Moving over to number 8, I got AJ Styles, another wrestler who's very underrated and really should be used better than what he's being used right now in TNA, as he's sort of just being pushed to the side for guys like Kurt Angle and Sting and Mick Foley. Really, this guy should be pushed, should be talked about and pushed as the future of TNA, but really TNA really doesn't want to do that, as they want to focus on old guys, and they feel they can live on their glory, and those old guys can help them get ratings and have them talk about, and have those old guys talked about. That's one of the reasons why guys like AJ Styles and other guys of that nature really aren't being talked about and are really not used to their full potential. But to me, AJ Styles has the total package. He's very good in the ring. He has his fault though, where he really can't cut a really good promo to save his life, but he has been working on it. He has a very good move set. He has one of the best finishing moves in wrestling, although there's other good finishing moves, but still I like his finishing move, the Styles Clash. Even the Divas are using his finishing moves. That shows you how popular his finishing move is, and really just a very good wrestler that's not used the way he should be, and that's one of the reasons why I have him at number 8. Number 7, I got Christopher Daniels, another wrestler who's not used the way he should be used. He has one of the best movesets in wrestling, and he has one of the best finishing moves in wrestling. He has the Angels of Wings, I believe, is one of his finishing moves. And then he has another finishing move which is called the best moonsault ever, where he just jumps out the top, and I believe he's crisp with it, and then he does his moonsault, and that's just one of my favorite moves of his, and I just feel this guy should be focused on, and he should be getting pushed more than what he's getting pushed now. Really, when he came back to TNA, he should have been in the main event title picture, but really he just went on feuding with Shane Douglas and guys he really shouldn't have been feuding with in the mid-card. But TNA just felt like, again with AJ Styles, that the old guys are going to attract the audience, and they're going to get the bigger ratings for those guys, and really that's one of TNA's main problems. But to me, this guy just has a total package, very good on the mic, and he should be utilized better than what he is in TNA. Another guy at number 6 who should have been utilized better than what he was, and that's Owen Hart. Very good worker, love putting people over, and if you hear from that tribute show from guys like Edge, they said he will work with guys who are trying to get into business or trying to learn the WWE style. He would try to work with guys like that, try to tell them what to work on and stuff like that. Very hard worker. He can put on real good matches against guys who weren't known for their wrestling ability. He was a very good technical wrestler. Stay tuned for